Oh, okay. Now we're dealing with different bugs. Oh no! Oh
Oh
no!
no! What?
Oh no!
Hi, I'm Luciana.
I'm Miquela.
They're two neighbors living out in California, which is really cool.
We have helped each other raise babies, and now we're helping each other raise plants.
Raising plants.
Together, they actually have a pretty impressive plant collection.
Before pandemic, I had one plant. And now after pandemic, we have at least 125 together. Who has the most?
That would be you.
That would be me.
Things escalated quickly.
Our husband thinks we are crazy.
Yeah, we have to sneak plants in now, especially you.
Yes.
One of my first plants is a bird of paradise that has more than doubled its size. We've gone through mealybugs with it.
Mealybugs can be difficult to remove, and I hope they don't have a mealybug infestation.
Hello.
Hey, how are you guys? I've never had a situation where I was called to help neighbors before. So what's happening here? What's the issue? How can I help?
Well, some people had real pandemic babies, and we got pandemic plant babies.
Whose home are we in right now?
We're in mine.
Miquela's.
Miquela, can you kind of show us around to see some of these plants that you have?
Sure. I'm going to give you a little background on what I'm about to show you, which is an 11-foot bird of paradise.
So basically, you're sitting under it right now. That's what
We
I'm
are.
seeing.
Yes, this is our
Okay.
canopy. Here's Biggie.
Biggie.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. So let me give you a
Those
little
are some
pen.
very high ceilings. You're not joking.
Yeah. So I
Beautiful.
wanted to fill that corner, and we've gotten there, but you can see at this point, I mean, I don't mind the canopy, but if this
Of
big guy
course.
at the top isn't leaning against the wall, he will flop completely the other way. Here, Luciana is going to be your size marker.
I am 5'1".
She's 5'1".
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much. I needed that to understand
Yeah.
size.
Now, the other part of this is that I didn't know a lot about plants, and there was all these little white fuzzy things. And I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. So I'd wipe them away. And then I was having a conversation with someone about plants one day. I was like, yeah, my plant, I didn't even know it was called the bird of paradise. We got there eventually. Has these white things on it. And they're like, ooh, I think that's mealybugs. But now it seems under the leaves, there's like the little black spots. So
Little
do you wanna-
black spots.
Yeah,
Show me
let me
these
show
little
you.
black spots.
okay, hang on a second. I'll
little-
show you.
Yeah. Little black spots shouldn't be mealybugs. Oh, okay. Now we're dealing with different bugs. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no! What?
Oh no! Those aren't mealybugs.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% positive.
No.
So what you have there is Scale.
Okay.
What?
Those are different.
More bugs.
They more bugs. Well, that's the whole thing. You both have decided, and I'm sure you signed a contract somewhere. You signed this contract that I want to bring the outdoors in. You signed that contract. With scale bugs, they'll leave your plants very sticky. So if you see any sticky spots on your plants,
Yes, I constantly wipe it away.
that's from scale. You can see them. If you wipe them away, they will leave, especially on the bird of paradise, they'll leave the beneath of where they were yellow, because that's where they're basically eating away that plant.
So the scale bugs, which I thought were deceased mealybugs, I have cleaned them before, and I've like usually wiped down all the leaves, but I am noticing now like they just come right back. So is there something with the soil?
Basically take the plant out, and now you're going to need a partner. You have one. Look at that. You want to repot that plant completely, strip away that soil. While you're there, take a look deep at the roots, just check and see what's happening with the roots of that plant. They should be thick, very al dente noodle in color, like off-white, but really thick, very strong. Hopefully you don't have any, I would say soft black roots down there. That could be a cause of just bugs. And you should start to see a change where they're not coming back as often, or you don't see any at all. One thing you can do as far as the leaning, there are certain things that you could do as far as just tying it up. So you can get yourself some gardening velcro and probably I would say a wooden dowel. What's great about gardening velcro is that you can cut it any length. It can hold a lot of weight tying it together. So you can take all of your long stems and you can pull them around with a nice strip of garden velcro, pull them together. So now they're just bouncing off of each other's weight, which could then center them. Instead of going further way out, they're going to just go straight up a bit. The one recipe that I will say I cook up to remove mealybugs will be like a solution, basically a ratio of, I would say, 1 cup of water to a drip of mild dish soap and like a drip or 2 of alcohol, right? Like rubbing alcohol, not like vodka, but rubbing alcohol.
All right, we are ready to take some action here on Big Bird today and bring him back to health. Here's a look at the underside. This is the scale bugs that we're dealing with here. So after about 45 minutes, Luciana and I have cleaned off all the bugs we can find. So now we're on to step 2, which is we're gonna tape up the leaves in order to remove the plant from the pot. And we're going to get rid of all the soil.
All the soil and replace it with a new one.
Fresh soil. And then try replant it.
Yes.
And then put the stake in.
Yes.
And then tie it up.
That's right.
We're ready.
Oh my God.
That's bad. Okay, so this is what we found at the bottom of our pot, which is a lot of roots, but they were packed in. This is a pretty small root system, can we call it that, for gigantic Biggie. And to be honest, we left most of it in the bottom of the container. So yeah, sorry, Hilton. Okay, we're on hour 3, and Biggie is finally back in his home location.
Still going to look for some bugs tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna do a check in the morning because Luciana thinks they're reappearing like instantaneously. But for now, we're exhausted.
Done. We're done.
We're done. And fingers crossed that this helped. Hello.
How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
I'm great. It's good to see you both. Now, tell me what has transpired over the last 3 weeks.
We did a whole production of taking all the soil out, to take Biggie out, and then
we heard a rip.
What do you mean by ripping? Tell me what do you mean by ripping?
roots.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
I know the feeling. I've done that myself. I definitely know what you're talking about. A lot of times that is going to just happen. So I wouldn't be too down on yourselves. I would love for you to just take a nice step back with your camera so I can see him in all his glory.
All right, this is our after shot. Gave it a little trim here, cleaned off all the leaves, pruned away some that were not happy. We have 2 poles back there now. We secured the 2 biggest leaves to a pole.
Now I see some stakes in there, which I love because what we saw before was that there was a lot of leaning, a lot of foliage going towards walls. This to me feels nicer.
Biggie's become our 6th child. Yes. So it needs a lot of love and care and attention. And we're going back through every day and we're still finding tiny little mealybugs and the occasional scale. Not so bad.
Well, here's the thing. At least we are now, I guess, our eyes are peeled for scale. We're now knowing what scale is and being able to identify it so we can get rid of it.
That was some good learning.
I come over here and I was like, okay, and then I started like looking around. I was like, I found one.
Yeah. She doesn't even come to visit anymore. She just comes and goes straight to eat. I
would say, hearing that the bugs are still there. But I don't recall how many that we had before. Hopefully it's becoming less of an issue where you're seeing less of them pop up. But I would say, again, continue to repeat the process. Love that you're now focused almost daily on checking in on it. That's really what it's going to take to remove all of those pests from your plants. It will take time. It will take time, and it's just going to be in your hands. And I believe there's 4 capable hands there to provide this sort of care. So while you guys been going through this process as a duo, I hope at this moment that you can consider us now a trio, as like a team of 3. Maybe.
High five.
Yes, we did it. I love it.